Let me just scoot you out the back. Here we go. I'll keep going. Here we go. Oh. There. Hey guys, what's up? How you going? Yeah, we're out here doing some disking right where we are. It hasn't been delved, or this bit has. Over there has been delved. Bit of clay spreading over there, bit of clay spreading down there. We're just disking the whole paddock just to bring it all together so that it's all the same. Anyway, it's going good. Got the Case IH disc on the back. It's a lovely sunset, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm right next to a phone tower. So that means no dropouts. And no dropouts in a live is good. Oh, awesome. How you guys going? I haven't been on live for quite some time. Haven't really had much time in a tractor seat actually, since harvest. So yeah, it's good to be back. Hello to you, Jono Carmody. It's good to see you. Yeah, how about we start off by asking some questions? Why don't you ask me any questions you got? Anything you want to know? I love answering questions. So hit me with them and I'll do my best to answer them. But yeah, anyway, I'm coming to the end of the pass here, so I'm gonna have to sit you down again. We'll spin around. Hopefully it won't tip over this time. There we go. Awesome. Yeah. Hey Jared, how you going? Good to see you. Look at this sunset. She's brilliant. Dirt Bike Lover says, what vehicle am I driving? Right now, I'm driving the John Deere 8410T. So it's got tracks on it. It's our track tractor and it's a weapon. I love it. It's a bit rough to ride in, but it's fun to drive. I like it. It's good fun. But yeah, anyway, this machine's got the Trimble in it. Hopefully in the very near future that will be going and we will be getting an ag leader screen in there. Wait and see though. Yeah. Look at old Case IH disc. She is doing me proud. So, Jono Carmody's asked, what am I planning to seed in this paddock? Well, I don't know, because I'm on a contract job. I'm actually in Garoke at the moment. If you know where Garoke is. If you know where Garoke is, shout out to you. But anyway, I'm actually directly across from the cemetery, the Garoke Cemetery. So yeah, as far as what's going to be planted in here, I've got no idea. None at all. So we'll have to wait and see. Because yeah, it's not my paddock. Hey, there we go, we're back again. So yes, I was saying I'm on a contract job. This place is about, I don't know, 100 kilometers south of our place. so it's a fair way away. But anyway, it's been good to get down here, do a bit of work, meet a few new people, see a bit of different scenery. Yeah, I love driving the tractor and disc, so that makes it better. I like discing, so any opportunity I get to do it, I do. So yeah, anyway. So Glenn, wow, why did that disappear? Glenn Guy Rot says, keep knocking out the content, mate. Good to see the subs increasing. All the best. Aussie. What did that say? I can't even read it. Aussie chat. Oh, thanks, mate. Jeez, Glenn, you're making me feel good. Thanks for that. No, I really mean it when I say that. My channel is built on my subscribers, so big thanks to you guys. You're the bones, you're the glue that sticks it all together. I'm just the mug that gets his face all over the place. So, anyway, it's good fun. You see here, this clay's been delved, and this is probably going to be quite rough. They've been over it once with their disc, but we're just going again to really get her. Oh. There we go. Back on the line. Lovely. Oh. So she's yeah, this delved stuff is pretty rough to say the least, but it makes a huge difference. So it's just part of the process of smoothing it all out, really. What are we looking at here? Jono Carmody says, do you know how long till you'll start seeding? Well, we always plan to start seeding around Anzac Day. So the 25th of April is normally, traditionally, our start of the seeding program. So we'll be aiming for that. Whether we hit it or not really depends whether we get much rain between now and then. But I'd say we'll probably be pretty close to then. We're all on track to start our seeding by then. We've got our fertilizer on the farm. So, yeah, I think we should get it. I like to seed a bit earlier than Dad, probably. I prefer to get it in the ground and get it growing, and yeah. So anyway, we'll see. But geez, it's a lovely sunset tonight. She's just magical. I'm loving it. Great sunset. Great company, good fun. All good. I got some trees coming up now, so I'm gonna have to turn around. I'll sit you down. Whoop. We'll just jump. Whoa, what happened there? You knocked over. Let me just stuff between these two. We'll get back on our line and get going again. There we go. Lovely. Back on our line. Back cruising along. So, yeah, why don't you put down in the chat where you're coming from, where you're tuning in from. It's always good fun to hear where people are. It's always interesting. So yeah, like I said, I'm currently working at Garoke in Victoria. It's all good, Harley. I appreciate you coming up. It's good fun. I love seeing you guys out around the place. Yeah, big shout out to all the people that were at the field days the other day that came and said hello. That was good fun. Where did those messages go? Greg, he says, we just got 120 mils of rain today, so you can come and have some of that if you want. I'm on the downs near Warwick in Queensland. Wow, 120 mils of rain, that's quite a lot. This place had 47 mils, I think, 2 weeks ago or thereabouts. It's dusty again, but there is a little bit of moisture underneath, so that's nice and promising. Yeah, anyway, you can see we're getting across this delved stuff all right. Just short passes at the moment, so I'll just turn around and get back to it. There we go. Lovely. Oh. So, John O'Carmody's in from Victoria. Oh, there's a nice B-double going down the road. Harley's from Narracourt. Great, it's great to hear. Oh, that's a bit rough there. The disc loves it though. She's just frothing it. Absolutely loves it. Look at that sunset. How good, eh? And right next to a telephone tower, so I won't drop out. How good, how good, how good. Loving it. Anyway, I really need to apologise. I'm so behind in my content, in my editing at the moment. I've been filming the videos, but I just don't have time to edit them at the moment. It's just struggling to find the time. So anyway, we'll get there eventually. Yeah, but anyway, it's good fun. I'm still enjoying all this YouTube stuff. There's some big things coming up, including I'm on Landline soon. I'll be on Landline, probably the premier farming show on free-to-air TV in Australia. So there's a segment coming up on me, which is exciting. It's a bit of a lifelong dream of mine to be on Landline, so it's pretty surreal that I'm going to be. But yeah, anyway, it's going to be some awesome Aussies featured on there, some young fellas. Whoa! Let's just turn around here. Here we go. Roll the tilt back a little bit, level it up. Around the trees. Awesome. Put it back down. Get the Autostee going. Loving it. Here we go. It's a bit of a dam over there, some water sitting in it. Oh, it's a bit rough. Spray tracks. Are we going to miss that tree with the disc? Yeah, easy. Easy peasy. Don't know what I was worried about. Oh, so let's get to these chaps. Oh, yes, the hills are steep in Caston and Harley. Yeah, thankfully we don't have many hills around here. No, it's good. I'm not a fan of hills, actually. Farmin' Oz is on the Lower Eyre Peninsula, South Australia. That's the go, mate. What's it looking like over there? And he says a big g'day to everyone. So a big g'day back to you, Farmin' Oz. Caleb Black says hello. John Deere Fan 75 says g'day. And I say g'day to you. Glenn McLaughlin is from Tasmania and he loves the videos. Thanks, Glenn. I really appreciate it. Glenn Gyrot from earlier is from Wagga Wagga. Wagga Wagga in New South Wales. Oh, yeah. Anyway, good fun. Good fun. You can see it's growing a bit here. There's a bit of stuff growing. So by disking it now, we'll kill all of that stuff that's growing, and they won't have to spray it because it's probably too rough to spray at the moment. You wouldn't really be able to sit in the seat that well. Here's another dam for the clay spreading. I'll just turn around and then get back into it. Cool. We got around that tree there. It's a big tree. I'm not used to big trees. Anyway, that's the go. Riley Drudge says, "G'day Mark, hope you have a good season from South WA." Thanks Riley, I really appreciate it. You know what else I appreciate? Look at that sunset. My goodness, that's amazing. Got some nice colour into it. Anyway, oh, that was rough. Jeepers. That's okay, I'm used to this roughness. That's part of the job, I guess you'd say. But yeah. So anyway, it's going good. I don't know, what else do you want to hear? What else do you want to talk about? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about business or farming or what I do outside of farming? Or I can really talk about anything. I'm a man of a lot of words, I guess you'd say. Just getting around this tree at the moment. There we go. Not going to hit it. Straighten up again. We might go around the other side of this tree. Around here. I'm going to hit on that side. Back into the pass. Whoop. There we go. Don't know what I'm going to do about this dam. It's sort of shallow enough that I might be able to work through it, but I don't want to get bogged. If you saw on our Instagram or Facebook, we've been doing disking for a fair while. Yeah, I don't know, we're not really at the end of it yet. We've still got a bit to go, but we're getting closer to finished. Every day's another day closer to finished. But yeah, when I get out of these trees, I might be able to yak a bit more. So, Harley Lorraine asks, am I still doing youth? So, in the past, I was a youth leader at church in Bordertown. I'm not doing youth anymore. We have Alex, as you will have seen from the videos, and we've got another child on the way actually, coming in August. August is the best month to be born, I reckon. So unfortunately we're not leaders at youth anymore, but we are involved in the band at church, which is good fun. I play the drums. That's a nice break off the farm. Good to have other hobbies. So yeah, Douglas McRae is from Griffith in New South Wales, and he asked if I ever heard of the Plaza Plough. Yes, I have heard of the Plaza Plough. They look like a good unit. I've actually considered making one. We have an old disc like that I could convert, but I don't think we would have much use for it here. Maybe very rarely we would, but hey, we've got this massive disc. It's heaps quicker with this, so we just do it with that, really. Farm Oz asked if we're growing any canola this year. Personally, I am not, but Dad will be growing some canola. I just feel in this high input year, with the possibility of a drought, because we've had so many good years in a row, I just feel like I'd be better off growing wheat. So that is what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is tricky, turning around with one hand. It's a combination of knee on the steering wheel, and there we go. Put it back down, get back over to my pass without missing too much. Farming's all about multitasking, eh? Anyway, so Douglas McRae's similar country to yours, clay turns clay over the sand. Yeah. So we're just a bit different in our area. Where I don't know. We just don't have quite as much gravel, I guess you'd say, and we're just not having quite the issues. Just taking different routes of rejuvenating our soil rather than using a plozer plough. So yeah. Crow Eater 1960 asked, what make of offsets do you have? We have, I don't know if you can see it, I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh, geez, that's rough. It's a Case IH, Case International, 596 is the model of it. It's probably not as good as a Grizzly or something like that, but it's a darn sight cheaper, and hey, does a good job for me. I've got nothing to complain about. So anyway, it's just a lot of trees around here. Just got a bit going on, I guess you'd say. What else do we got here? Turn that chat off. Have you seen reefinators built in Western Australia? Pretty impressive what they can do to rocky paddocks. Very, very impressive. I saw my first reefinator in person the other day at the Southeast Field Days, and yeah, I can say I was impressed. They're a good looking unit, and the proof's in the pudding. A lot of people have been using them, and with good results. So there we go. So yeah, they look like a good unit. Thankfully we don't have many rocks, so we don't need them, which is good, because rocks don't sound like much fun, to be completely honest. Sorry, it's just a bit crazy at the moment. Right, I've got a tree here and a tree there, a tree there. I've got to get around them all. Let's hope I fit. Yep, dodge that one. Gonna dodge that one. Make sure we dodge that one. Here we go. Going around the corner. Oh, sheesh, rough. Here we go. Back on the line. Start her up. There we go. Lovely. Let's get back to these chat messages. Oh, g'day, young Hugh. Fan of your channel, mate. Now your young millennial turn your phone so full screen can be seen. Oh, rightio. I'll see if I can do that. Ross Palmer says it's a bit blurry, and to that I say I'm not really sure what I can do about that, because I've got full bar. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me turn to full screen. It says that the orientation lock is on. So anyway, sorry about that. It's just a lot easier for me to hold straight up and down. So that's what we're doing. Anyway, got these trees to get around. Farming Oz says lots of trees to stop you from falling asleep. Yes, that's right, mate. They do stop you from falling asleep. But I haven't been going for long, so there's no chance of me falling asleep at the moment. Anyway, we'll pick up our path back over here. Click the button, get our line. Oh, what are you doing? Silly Trimble. Alright, we got it now. David Peter said we had an agro plough do a few strips, deep ripped down to 450 mils, so we're hoping that will show some good results up here at Sherlock. Yes, I'm sure it will, mate. Oh, I'll turn around and we'll keep talking. We have an agro plough of our own. I was planning to do some agro ploughing, but unfortunately we've not had enough summer rain for it to wet up deep enough in our area, so I haven't been able to do that. Oh, come on, you silly dookies. There we go. So yes, I haven't been able to do any agro ploughing at the moment, but in the future I do plan to. I'm sure your agro ploughing will bring you good results, because the compaction that's been there for years and years and years will be reduced by your agro plough, and yeah, that'll help things grow. Lockie Stott asked, what do you think about the new Case Pumas? Oh, I think they're alright. People see all our John Deere equipment and think that we only buy John Deere tractors. Well, that's not really wrong, but I prefer John Deere tractors because that's what I've grown up with, but I've got a Case as well. If it's the right price and suits our job perfectly. Oh, that was rough. I'd have no problem buying a Case IH tractor, hence why I've got a Case IH disc. It's the right price and it suited our job perfectly. Oh, this is rough. Anyway, Ross Palmer says, lot greener down there than up here, all brown here. Flat out spreading. Yes. Well, earlier on in the paddock, I went around, oh, excuse the roughness. I went around a few piles of lime over there. The people who own this place are gonna spread some lime very shortly, I think. Yeah. Richard Hatfield says, farm every inch, little fella, but hope fertiliser don't kill the budget. Thanks for the grain, pal, in Melbourne. Great to have you along, Richard. Just going to sit you all down. Whoa! What's going on here? This is a bit wild, actually. I haven't got fit through that yet. Oh, I nearly got stuck between the trees. That would have been a stub up and a half. Anyway, we're still going. Around these trees, back onto our line. We're gonna miss that one. Yep. Sorry guys, I'm just not that great at holding the phone and driving at the same time. But anyway, we'll get there. We're just heading back down for another little dam here. Turn around and head back the other way, out towards the open country. Whoa, rough as. That's alright, it's all part of the job. You just gotta play the hand that you're dealt. There we go. Out around this tree. Cut back in, go around the next tree. Out and around this one, back over towards our line a bit. There we go. On the line, Autostee on. Oh, doing some crazy things. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, John O'Carmody says, how many tractors do I have? So I personally have this tractor and I have the Nitro. But Dad has got the big articulated tractor, then a front end loader tractor that we do the spreading with, and then another front end loader tractor, and then we've got a tractor that lives on the auger, and then we've got a tractor that doesn't have a cabin and is in the hay shed. So however many that is, a fair few. Crow Eater says, do farmers use gypsum in your area? Yes, a lot of farmers do. I talked to our truck driver about getting some gypsum. He hasn't carted any yet. I'll have to get on his tail and see if we can get some, because it'll be good to put some out, but we'll wait and see if we have time, see if he has time. Richard Hatfield says, is the shearing shed concrete yet? No, it's not. We haven't actually finalised who's going to be building the insides of the shearing shed. We've had one company that's been a bit hard to deal with, so we're looking into other options at the moment. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. Matt Sota says, the new discs look to be working a treat. Yes, they are. They're working great. Apart from the one that's out on that end. Don't know if you can see it or not see it, because it broke off. The one that's on that end broke off, which was a definite shame, but anyway, it is what it is. It's working without it at the moment. When I get a chance, I'll fix it up. Anyway, Mountain Farmer from SA says, nice to see you disking, waiting for some rain here to continue here. And oh, he's from Western Cape in South Africa. Very nice. No, lovely to have you along, mate. Oh, let's turn it around. Lift the disc up, turn her around. There's no fence on this end, which is nice. Means that I've got nothing to run into. Put the disc back down, back onto our track. Click our button, away we go. Flat. So, yes, Douglas McRae says, I must be close to the SA border. I'm not that close here. I don't know, I might be, what would I be? Probably 50 Ks from the border here, something like that. Where we farm is probably 20 Ks away from the border, so that's pretty close. Yeah. I was shearing around Dunkeld for 5 years back in the early 2000s. Oh, very nice, mate. I've never actually been to Dunkeld. It's a nice area down there, though, so I'm told. A few people have said that. So, yeah, anyway. John Deere Fan 75 says, keep up the awesome videos, mate. I definitely will. I will do that. Thanks for your support, guys. I'm wondering whether I might hop off at the end of this pass. It's just starting to get a bit dark. Now the sun's set. I've got a few trees to go around and it's a bit rough. So, yeah. Any final questions for me before I disembark off this live chat? On this live stream, whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's rough. I have a dilemma though. The tea that I packed for myself is in my ute over at the sheds over there. And I'm not sure whether oh, geez, it's rough. Maybe I'll just pull out and drive over there and get my tea. I'm feeling pretty hungry. It would be nice to go and have something to eat. I've got some homemade sausage rolls and homemade pinwheels made by my lovely wife, Chelsea. She's a master at that. And I'm eternally grateful for her doing that because it's delicious. I really enjoy it. Anyway, we'll duck around these trees. Maybe I'll stay on for a bit longer. We seem to be gathering a bit of steam. There's 44 of you legends on here now. I really appreciate you jumping on. So, seeing as though you're here, I'll stay for a bit longer. Well, back to 42. Farewell to those legends that have left us. Let me just turn around. Turn around once and we do the Eagle Rock. Hey, hey, hey. Good old Eagle Rock is here to stay. Oh, anyway, I won't do too much singing. I don't want to scare you all off. It's good fun. Good fun. Alright. Steve McInerney says, hey from Canberra, love your videos. Thanks for joining, Steve. Richard Hatfield says, how long tonight before rain in 2 days? No, I don't think we'll get any rain. Tonight, I'm just going to go probably till 10 o'clock or something like that. I just want to get enough done here that I can finish easily tomorrow and move on to the next job. Well, that's my plan at least, because you can't move tractors down the road at night because it's too dangerous. TJM Farming says, g'day, g'day. I say g'day back. I saw that TJM Farming released a new vlog, so if you want to, go and check that out. It's from a little while back, but that's alright. It's always good to see. Oh, this is rough. Rough, rough, rough. Rough like a dog. Rough, rough, rough. Will J says, oh, what time will I stop tonight? Probably around 10, I reckon, mate. Yeah. I'll put in a little while. Depends how I'm feeling. TJM Farming says the singing is fine. Well, I can tell you that the sound must have been pretty bad because I'm no singer. I'm shocking singer. Can't sing to save me life. TJM Farming says he's got plenty more videos in the works. He's had a few weeks hiatus from editing and now it's time to catch up. Yep, well, I can say the same, mate. I've spent a bit of time off myself and it's always good to have a bit of a break because you've got to enjoy it, and if you're not enjoying it, you just stop for a while. So anyway, we'll go around this tree. It's nearly time to put the lights on, I reckon, guys. It's starting to get a bit dark. I'm starting to have a bit of trouble seeing out the windows. But anyway, I've got a few aftermarket lights on this bad boy. Got a light bar on the front. Got some smaller light bars on the roof. And some HID floodlights on the back. She seems to go pretty good. Blake Bissett asked, are we going to get any burning videos this year? Well, sorry to disappoint you, Blake. At the moment, we're not planning to burn anything. Burning is something we like to only use when extremely necessary in our rotation. Be that stubble management or be that weed control. This year we didn't feel it necessary to burn anything, so we're not going to. So anyway, Richard Hatfield says, have they had any sheep out on that grass? No, they haven't. It's only very, very small at the moment. The paddock is quite rough. I think, I don't know, I've never had sheep on a paddock like this, but I can't imagine that it would be pleasant for them to walk across. And it's only really just dried out enough that they wouldn't get bogged in the gutters, actually. So yeah, let me turn this brightness down. What else have we got here? Matt Holmes says, g'day. TJM Farming has been flat out moving farms. Where are you going, mate? Did you buy a new one? Shifting your main farm, or what's going on there? That's exciting things, though. Congratulations if you bought some more. David Peter says, like the 1050 screens and the 75-year-old loves them too. Well, I'm glad you like them. All I can say is I can't wait to get Ag Leader in here. There's just a few issues that I don't really love about it. It doesn't steer that well for the track setup, I don't think. So I'll be pretty interested to see how the Ag Leader goes in that remark. It will be interesting because there's not too many companies. Wow, it's rough. Oh, there's not too many companies doing too much in the way of two-track tractors. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. Blake Bissett says far out it looks rough. I can tell you, mate, it's an understatement. This tractor, even though they're renowned for being rough, it's smooth in a paddock like this. If we're in a wheel tractor, it would be impossibly rough, is all I can say. Yeah. Anyway, Mountain Farmer says, why is there so much bumps in the field? Clay spreading. Yes, Mountain Farmer, you're exactly right. This paddock has been clay spread, but also clay delved, which is a process of deep ripping, very deep ripping, and the tines bring the clay to the surface so that the surface sand will hold more moisture because it'll have the clay mixed into it. So that's pretty much what the go is here. It was actually delved by my good mate James Howe from Howie's Earthworks. He came down here and did this. Wow, it's rough. Oh, anyway, the clay spreading was done by another mate, Josh Bedford, so they've done a good job. TJM Farming, yep, shifting main farms. Dad wanted to downsize and go south to focus a little more on sheep, taking most of our machinery with, but at the moment it's hard to move stuff because trucks keep breaking. That would be very hard. Let's turn these lights on. There we go. Got a bit of something happening there now. That's a go, mate. It's exciting making the move further south. All the best to you. Hope it comes off. Farm and I says John Deere steering is awesome. Yeah, I don't disagree. The only thing with John Deere steering is it's programmed or works best on new John Deere equipment, which we don't have and won't have for a considerable amount of time. So going for something like Ag Leader, which is specifically ag related and specifically well, that's all they do. They just do farming stuff. They're not machinery dealers, nothing like that. They don't have anything else to sell you. I like that. It's like going, if you think of it in regards to a dentist, you go to a dentist to get your teeth fixed. With Ag Leader, you go to Ag Leader for your steering. You don't go to Case IH or John Deere or anything like that. Yeah, anyway, Richard Hatfield says, Brian Brown, Ohio, does the good setup on the Challenger 2-track tractor with Ag Leader. A lot of measuring from satellite to front of tractor, then width between tracks, all good now. Yeah, well that's promising. I actually haven't checked out that video of Brian's. I have seen that he put it up, I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so on your recommendation, I'll go and have a look at that and see what I reckon. Jim Cavalier says, it's 4 AM where he is, watching you disc pretty good, Monday morning. Well, Jim, it's Monday night here. I'm glad you come along for the ride, but geez, it's early. You must be an early riser. Oh, let me turn around. Here we go. Put the disc back down. get the auto steer going again. There we go, lovely. Blake Bissett says, what do you think about the new John Deere 8Rs with the electric drivetrain? Well, you'll have to enlighten me there, Blake. I actually didn't know that they had an electric drivetrain. New tractors is not something that I really look at very much. It's a long way out of my price range. I know I'll probably won't be getting them for another 20 years until they're all broken down and worn out. But anyway, that's all right. But no, I haven't seen the electric drivetrain, so I'll have to have a look at them. Thanks for the heads up. We're gonna miss that tree there. Yeah, easy mate, easy. Brendan Baker says, I'm 61, used to work an old kerosene Twin City tractor over similar paddocks. No remote steering back many years ago. Yeah mate, I take my hat off to you, I really do. I owe a lot of gratitude and a lot of credit goes to the people that went before us, the people that cleared the land, the people that got rid of the trees, smoothed the paddocks out. Us young fellas with this modern machinery, with the technology, with the operator comfort, we just don't know what it's like to do it tough like back in the day. So yeah, mate, even though it's rough now, I really do take my hat off. Those were tough years back then, and yeah, I'm thankful for all that previous generations have put into farming as an occupation, really. So yeah, I got some white drums out here. I'll have to go around them. Don't know what they are. Anyway, what else we got here? Shogun Scary says, how late you going tonight? I'll be up past 9:30 sorting a delivery. Ah, what kind of a delivery, Sam? We didn't get there to pick any grapes today, but anyway, maybe later on in the week. We'll see. I'll probably go till 10 or something like that tonight, I reckon. Not too late. I'll get an early start on it in the morning, I reckon. Richard Hatfield says, no roos there tonight. Nah, not any that I can see at the moment, Richard. We are bordering onto a national park on the north end of this paddock, but I'm a fair way from that at the moment. So at the moment, no, I can't see any. We'll just get this rig turned around, back on the track. I gotta look out for those drums that are up there. Blake says it's not fully electric, but the drivetrain is run by a diesel generator. That's very interesting, mate. Similar to a locomotive, like a train, I guess. It's interesting that they would do that. I would have thought there would be a lot of losses in power, sort of, just by sort of having to convert it from power into drive, similar to in the nitro how we use a lot of fuel just because it's got to convert the power in the motor into hydraulic power, and that just takes up a lot of power. Anyway, what else we got? TJM Farming says the days of going round the paddock with 3 tractors and a combine each, something you'd never see these days. Exactly right. Exactly right. I still have plenty of people around here that use combines. Gee, it's rough. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah, there's plenty of people around here that use combines. It's all about matching your investment in your machinery to the amount of cropping that you do. And that's really why we run old gear, because justify spending a heap of money on a brand new tractor or brand new air seeder or header or anything like that. So it's all about being smart with your purchases. I see precision agriculture a very wise purchase because that is helping us be more efficient with what we're doing. And even though we have old machinery, we can still be precise and be doing a great job. Because really, a newer version of this tractor would do nothing different apart from be more comfortable and maybe more fuel efficient. If it was a 2-track model and it had the same amount of horsepower, I'm pretty sure this one would outpull it. But yeah, I don't know. Old gear is good. It's easier to fix than the newer stuff, and it's a bit more bulletproof. But anyway, I'm just justifying why we have old machinery. You don't need me to say that. I'll just pop you down, I'll turn around and get back into it. Gee, the sunset's coming off the tree tonight. Yeah, anyway. It's good fun. It's fun to be on a live. Fun to talk to some people while I'm working. Jack Bellinger says, have you ever looked into some of the Grizzly discs? My phone's running out of power. Anyway, we'll probably go soon. Grizzly discs are expensive. That's the only thing. They're good. But Brendan Baker asks, how are the new discs you put on working? Should be cutting really well. You must be glad you changed them when you did. I'm very glad. We've had a heap of new disking jobs coming since then. So it's just, they've been really good. They cut a bit more aggressively just because they're new, which is nice. So yeah, Glenn Gora says, just reading the latest upgrades of 8-9 series in the latest Weekly Times. Nice looking units, can't wait for the reviews when they send you one to test. Mate, that will be a dream. I only dream of the days when someone sends me a tractor to demo. I would be so grateful if it happened, but at the moment I just love farming. I love showing you how we make our old gear work. It's not, I look at like the Millennial Farmer and even the Welker brothers, how they have pretty big, pretty new headers. I look at that and go, wow, that'd be nice. But it's all about justifying what you've got and matching your investment to the amount of cropping that you do. Shogun Scary says, old gear also doesn't catch you with a software lockout. Exactly right. Thankfully, nothing of ours is new enough that it has that, but I can't imagine being stuck in the paddock with some software glitch or something like that. That will be very frustrating. Richard Hatfield says, wish we could explain that to Chet Larson, young fella. Wow, yeah, he has got the gear. He's got so much gear. But they are also balancing their machinery investments with their limited time. Because we can get on our paddocks just about every day of the year. Whereas over there, their ground freezes solid. And they only have a limited amount of time to do their work. And they really need good, reliable machinery while they're doing that, because otherwise, yeah, it's just no good. You can't afford, they can actually put a monetary value on how much breakdowns are costing them. Whereas over here, it's a bit more challenging. Sorry, that would have been a very flattering view of my chin. Anyway, TJM Farming says, old gear can run forever if you want it to. The only downside is parts become expensive once manufacturers get cranky with you using older tractors. Exactly right, mate. I have no solution for that. That's just, like you said, it's just one of the pros and cons of running old gear. Thankfully, as other people trade in old gear and get newer gear, there is always wreckers that will have some parts, but they don't have all parts. And when they're getting parts off other tractors, if it's likely to break, it's likely that it's broken on that tractor too. But anyway, that is all right. Wow, we went from 50 people to 45. A few people dropped off. I was just about to say how thankful I am for you guys tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's good fun. It's good to hear from you, good to answer some questions and really just have a chat. I like it. I really do like it. Keeps farming very, very interesting. Jim Cavalier says, Deere supposedly just unlocked the software last week so average mechanic can work on the equipment. Well, that is a good move. I know that they had some lawsuits going where people were fighting against that because John Deere have a real monopoly on the market when it comes to things like that, and it's not good. But anyway, it's nice to hear that it's been lifted. Farming Oz says, great attitude, mate. Farming is the best life no matter how new the machinery is. Exactly right. I love the lifestyle. I love the fact that from a seed that we plant in the ground, it grows a crop that provides nourishment for someone. We are growing things that people eat. And that really is a great, without subconsciously I calculate all that, but it's a great feeling that what we're doing is helping some person, some animal to survive. It really is good. Brendan Baker says, old harvest gear for you, Sunshine number 4 harvester, used till 1979. Wow, that's going back a bit. And only retired due to concave wearing out and unable to replace it. A perfect sample every time. Yeah, they were good machines back then. I've never seen one running, and yeah, I don't think I ever want to run one. They look like they're pretty dangerous. I love my 2188. It's a good simple bit of gear, and it does a good job. Richard Hatfield says, do more lives. I'll be here, mate. Definitely. I definitely will look at doing more lives for sure. It's something I have been experimenting with in the past. I'd like to schedule them and do a bit more advertising about the lives, just to get some more people on there. But yeah, anyway, we'll see how we're going. Jack Christie says, would you get a Case IH? For sure I would, mate. I'm not colourblind. I just buy whatever's the best bang for whatever suits the job to the best of its abilities and the best bang for the buck at the time is what we buy. Hence why we have a green tractor, some green tractors and a red header. We're not interested in just one brand, we're interested in everything. Hamish man, I'll have none of that, thanks. We're all about support here. Jack Clancy says, hello, Mark. David Zeeble says, g'day, mate, watching from Darling Downs up here in Queensland. Thanks for coming along, David. I know a few people from up that way. What's his name? Lance Wise on TikTok. I know Lance a bit. He's from up that way, I think. Shogun Scary reckons that I should get a scythe for some real old-fashioned farming to harvest me crop. So one of them big knife things that they used to cut the crop off with. Geez, that'd be interesting. That'd be dangerous. I'd probably cut my leg off the first day, I'd say. Yeah, anyway. Glenn McLaughlin says, we farm 1,200 acres in Tasmania. How many acres do you run? Right now we're running about 7,000 acres, something like that. I think it's going pretty good. That keeps myself and Dad busy with a bit of contracting on the side too. Jack Clancy says we have a 9750 STS, looking at getting another as well. Nice one, mate. It'd be good to run two machines. We actually looked at buying a 2166 off a neighbour before harvest, but we were too late. He sold it before we got there for a look. But anyway, that's all right. TJM Farming says we love both our old 2166 and 2366. They're good old headers. Dad would have kept them had they not worn out. Well, I'll turn around and then I'll finish saying what I was saying. I forgot to bring my phone holder with me. Every time I go home I forget to pick it out of whatever it's in. Maybe the header, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, Hamish man, haha, I would get any harvester but a Case IH. No hate, just not my kettle of fish. No worries, mate. I'm not a fan of John Deere harvesters. I reckon they're just a big chook shed on wheels. They just throw that much grain out the back, smash it up. But anyway, I'm sure if you know how to set it up, it'll be fine, but that's my opinion. If you're gonna hate on my header, I'll hate on a different one. Crow Eater said, I bet the price of fuel is making you happy at the moment. Yep, at the moment it's hard. Fuel has doubled, but that's alright. Some of the work that I do, whoever I'm working for puts the fuel in the machine, so they just pay for that. If we're using more fuel, then the price that they're paying effectively goes up. It's a pretty good way of doing it. Makes it pretty fair for everyone. Jack Clancy, anyways, better head off. Good to stop by. Thanks for stopping by, Jack. Good to see ya. Good to hear from you. John Christie asks, is Trimble Autostee good? Oh, you know, it's all right. It's better than using the steering wheel, I can tell you that. But I really, sitting in this tractor again, spending some time using this setup, I really do miss my Agleader system. It just works nicely. It just doesn't have quite so many rough edges. I just like it. I want to get an all Agleader ecosystem so that everything's Agleader. That'll be happening shortly in the future. Anyway, we'll see. Deafman70 says, we have family in Conniva and watching your channel is essentially family viewing. Thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad that I can help, mate. Conniva's is a pretty small place, so I might know them, but who knows? Who knows? Fuel and fur is why we're waiting until 2023 for the first crop on the new farm. Fair enough, mate. I don't blame you, it's going to be expensive, but we're still putting in our full program this year. The prices have gone up quite significantly. Maybe we won't make as much money as what we thought, but there's still fair margins in it, I think. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Like I said earlier, I'm not putting in any canola this year, just for a bit less risk. But anyway, David Zeeble says, we run a couple old white headers. We have an 8900 white at our home farm and an older 8600 white on our farm just west of home at Millmerran. Yep, both are pretty good. Yeah, old tractors do the job. They've just got to pull and be reliable. The newer tractors, you're just buying comfort, in my opinion. And I don't know if it's really worth the comfort and reliability. And I don't know whether it's really worth the investment. But anyway, it's alright. Kerry Boone says, "Hi Mark, good to keep up your good work." Oh, well, thanks Kerry, or Glenn, whoever it is. It's good to have you along. Who was up here? Jim Cavalier says, "Time to start work shortly. Have a great day, everyone." You too, Jim. Enjoy your day at work. And enjoy the day that we've just had. Richard Hadfield says, "Out west, is there a lot of fertiliser available or already bought last year? China and Russia stop all exports this afternoon." Oh wow, I hadn't heard that, but that is big news. Big news that they'd be stopping that. Yeah, that'll send the price through the roof. We've actually got all of our fertiliser that we need on farm, so we'll be doing pretty well, I think. It'll just be interesting to see what happens next year. Anyway, I really appreciate you all watching along while I just yak away and talk some crap for a while. It's been fun to have you along. I'm getting pretty hungry now, so at the end of this pass, I'm going to drive around the end of the paddock to my ute and get my tea so that I can eat it. Yeah. Oh, maybe you can stay till then. I'll give you a look at the outside of the tractor just because I'm hopping out. Cameron Christie says, "I reckon you should change from Aglater to Starfire." Cameron, I reckon you're right. The Aglater stuff is great. The Starfire stuff is great. The only problem with Starfire is it's all geared for new John Deere tractors. What I love about Aglater is it's geared to go in any colour tractor. They all talk together. They all coordinate seamlessly. And yeah. Turn the paint off, kick it out, lift it out of the ground, and let's go get my tea, because I am hungry. This all down here, where you might be able to see, when I dropped in here the other day, that was quite literally a lake. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get bogged down there. But anyway, if I do, they've got a tractor sitting up here. They can pull me out in the morning, so that'll be all right. Hamish Man says he's supported by Aglater. Well, you're exactly right. I was supported by Aglater last year. That contract has run out. Now I'm a free man. I can say whatever I want. I can get on here and say Trimble's the best. But I don't mean it. I don't think Trimble's the best. I think Aglater is really right up there. I'm really, really impressed. And that's now that I'm not getting any benefit from Aglater, I'm happy to say that Aglater really, really is really, really good gear. So buy it with confidence. Hamish Man, yield mapping is alright as well. I love the yield mapping on the Aglater. That was great. It will be great next harvest to have it the whole time. I'm really looking forward to that. What else have we got here? It's nice to stretch the legs. Richard Halliday says, "Thanks Mark, love it pal. Concentrate 300 metres. Oh, concrete 300 metres in the morning." Thanks for coming by, Richard. Will Charlton, "Hi Mark, did you do a trade or work within the family business after school?" So what I did, I took a bit of an interesting path. While I was at school, I did an engineering course at Longrenong in Horsham, 1 day a week for 2 years. And yeah, so I've got an engineering ticket, but then I went and worked on a neighbouring farm for a couple of years and then came back to our farm. What's on the menu for tea? Sausage rolls and pinwheels is the menu tonight. Here's the tractor for you. I'll turn this camera around. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. It's been good to have a chat. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Or if you haven't already, swing over to Facebook and Instagram and have a look on there. I'm going to go live on Facebook tomorrow night, so tune in. See you guys. Bye.